What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's video, we have to talk about the fact that the S&P 500 has just broken through a resistance that I was not expecting to see us break for a very long time, if ever. This is something that we broke a couple of months ago, back when we flushed the market with tons and tons and tons of cash, which is not happening right now, supposedly. But so we're breaking through resistance that I was not expecting in the slightest. Granted, we are now becoming overbought here, so I'd be shocked if we continue higher. We're also hitting a bit of a resistance that we've hit in the past here, so the likelihood that we continue on the scale to the upside here is slim, and I do believe correction is necessary right now. But the fact that we are now breaking through this resistance like it's nothing, as if it wasn't there for the past 13 years, is very shocking to me. It's very shocking. But besides the S&P, we're going to be looking at things like XRP, which are forming new patterns here, Ethereum, which tried to break bullish here and is getting caught up at its top resistance here. And this is why I said to you yesterday, do not jump the gun and buy in, or, specifically with me, don't jump the gun and buy in up here with expectations of a pump, because we could very easily reverse right back down and close, and then you would get duped. You'd get the bull trap, which is exactly what happened here. Had you have bought in before closure, you would have been screwed, and there's a chance we could now correct lower here. But regardless, we are now correcting to the downside, which is kind of funny. This is kind of what we are talking about, just in case, and why we have these precautions and rules set up here when I do decide to buy. And we're also going to be looking at Bitcoin. But with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So yesterday I made a video talking about pretty much the fact that we're breaking out, or starting to break out, and it is kind of true. We did see the S&P break to the upside here, surprisingly. We're seeing some interesting patterns on like XRP and stuff that I kind of want to overlay or look at a little bit harder here, more so that there's definitely some sort of uptrend that maybe we can draw. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I have to jump to the daily to get a better view. Something along the lines of this could maybe be accurate here, and then maybe some sort of downtrend like this could potentially be accurate. Regardless, we are definitely kind of stuck. We're kind of getting skewed right now into this market here, seeing a lot of this consolidation. We're pretty much bouncing off this uptrend here. The 4-hour moving average is what's carrying XRP to the upside here. Like I've said in the past, there's really no reason to trade XRP on the short term here. It's just not showing any technical indicators that would scream time to buy in. We just had a bearish cross on the MACD here. We are kind of hitting resistance on the overbought here on the relative strength indicator, and that's also causing the prices to dip. As I've said before, I've only bought into XRP on the weekly charts here. Once we confirm closing above 38 cents here, above the purple downtrend, that's when I've bought in. And I do expect over the next couple of months to slowly rally to the upside here, retesting 55 to maybe even 85 cents here. But it's not a leveraged trade. It's literally, I just bought in at 38 cents and am expecting to see a continued run to the upside here. But things that go up must come down, and the fact that we're now hitting a kind of a bit of resistance here, some stagnant resistance levels here, is definitely an interesting thing. We're nearing overbought on a lot of these cryptos. Bitcoin is overbought. The S&P is overbought. I do expect to see some sort of correction here. I think we could have reversed out of this. There's a very, very, very solid chance that, hey, maybe now we are bouncing off of this. Maybe the bottom was at 3,500, where we figured 3,550. And now we're creating higher lows. But at some point, even with rebounds like we saw here back in November, December here, we do need to correct when we do hit overbought. You can see every time we typically tend to hit overbought, correction is necessary and needed here. Obviously, we can float sideways. Anything can really happen here. But the fact is, we're in a weekly, massive, ascending fractal that's been on the market literally since 2009 here, since the beginning, 09. So it's been like 14 years of this ascending fractal, where we typically have stayed inside of it. So the fact that we're seeing some problems today, it's just odd to me to see us wick above here. I'd be shocked if we close today above here, and we'll close this weekly candle. I'd be shocked. I would expect to see correction back to the downside here, but if we close the weekly above this, who is to say we're not going to continue to rally up outside of this ascending fractal? Things are different now. History doesn't necessarily always predict the future here. Nobody really expected this. I mean, some people thought about it, but I wasn't expecting to be breaking us outside so loosely this major resistance here that we've been floating in for so long. Maybe we're starting a new trend. And maybe this is now where bottom is on the markets here, and maybe we'll just start to play out like this, and we'll be in a new ascending fractal to the upside. This could be something new to the markets here. But with that being said, I am still cautious on everything that's happening right now. We did confirm breaking through the moving average, which is good here, but we are hitting a bit of resistance and we are becoming overbought. So likely corrections to the downside would be necessary. And if we continue to break out of this, so be it. But we are nearing overbought. So I would expect to see some pullback today. And if we don't see that and we continue to rally up, I'd be shocked. We have bought in on the S&P regardless. The second we confirm closing the weekly above the purple resistance here, we've confirmed buying in. We bought in at about 4,069, trading at 41.79 here, but I do expect to see correction. Ideally, typically descending fractals do see breaks to the upside. That's usually the pattern that happens here, but I would expect to see maybe some sort of higher low movement like that. So correction is where I do expect to see the S&P get pulled down to. But as for things like Ethereum and Bitcoin here, I think they're kind of intertwined too. They're having a hard time breaking. We're nearing overbought. Same thing with the S&P. We're nearing overbought. We're retesting overbought. Bitcoin is flatlined out on overbought. Ethereum as well. Surprisingly, Bitcoin was, extremely overbought here. 88 on the RSI at a level as low as 21,000. Here we are at 23,000 and we're much lower on the RSI. So this is a healthy pullback necessary. It could allow us to pump higher here, but it's just things aren't necessarily playing out. Bitcoin and Ethereum seem to be very much so intertwined with each other. So really, the only time I plan on buying into maybe Ethereum and Bitcoin is on confirmation of Ethereum. This is why we've drawn this price ceiling and this price floor, this sideways channel that we've been dealing with. History is repeating itself for Ethereum here. This is a clear price ceiling that we've had in the past and a support that we've had a tough time breaking through or holding up, holding inside of. So the fact that we're now seeing it again, retesting the same resistance and support here, is very easy to make judgment as to when to buy in. It makes it much more probable to capitalize off the run here. So simply put, yesterday we were thinking, oh, look, we're breaking through the major price ceiling. If we can close the daily above here, we can buy in. If you jump the gun, you could get screwed, just like what happened now. You could have bought in at 1,700 points, and here we are reversing all the way back down to 1,630. So the fact that we've consolidated right back down and closed the daily below there, and here we are today rejecting off of that, is another reason to wait patiently for confirmation of daily charts and weekly charts to close that candle, and then we can continue to buy in. But right now, we're back in the same zone. Yes, we've traded outside of the pennant flag. Yes, there's still more probability we could rally up, but until we confirm closure above the major resistance or below the major support, I'm not touching any of these. It's really that simple. Obviously, we're going to be doing all of our trades on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. It allows me to buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. They offer XRP, which not many exchanges offer. It's all around one of the best exchanges that I like to use. It's completely free. Link is down in the description. They even have a demo account, which is super cool. I love to use it. Gives you 100K Monopoly money to test your skills, completely risk-free. It lets you know if you're capable of leveraging or trading cryptocurrency. If you make 10 losses, maybe you shouldn't put real crypto in, but if you make 10 positive trades, maybe play around through a crypto. It's up to your decision, but at least they give you that option, which is super cool. But that's pretty much the update for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.